Greetings and welcome to another episode of Catholicism and Coffee. I'm Stephen Kaczynski.
I'm Beth Kaczynski, and happy Easter! We made it through Lent!
We made it through Lent. We are still here.
How was your Lent?
It was a little rough at the end there. But I persevered. We're okay. We're all fine. We're all fine here now.
But hey, you did it. You can be proud of yourself for that.
Yep.
Yeah, we undertook a bit of a challenging fast for us this year. It was not coffee.
No, we didn't want to destroy the planet. But the thing is, Easter doesn't end specifically on Easter Sunday.
No, we're still in Easter.
So we're in the octave of Easter.
Yes.
So how does that work? So what is an octave? First off, octave is 8 days.
Yes, if you're a musician, you're probably very familiar with this term. It's the set of 8 notes in a scale.
So why do we have an Easter octave?
Because it's a great feast. We need to celebrate for more than just one day. Especially after 40 days of Lent, we're just going to have one day of feasting.
Yeah. Now the early church established this as an octave pretty early on. And we would celebrate on the eve before a great feast as well.
Yes, so the church likes to celebrate.
We do. So we also, this has established in earlier scripture, I believe in the Old Testament, in Leviticus.
Yes, there was the Feast of the Tabernacles, I think it was.
Yeah.
Where they had 7 days, and then on the 8th day, something new would happen.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of references in there. Leviticus, 2 Chronicles.
Yes, and I think that was another one. They had a feast for 7 days, and on the 8th day, something else happened.
Yeah.
So the 7 days and the 8th day was kind of like a feast preparing for a big event.
Yeah. I think the 2 Chronicles reference was dedication of the temple.
Dedication of the temple, that's right.
Yeah. So, big deal.
Yes, very
Solomon's
big deal.
temple.
And Easter is also a very big deal.
Yes.
And if you just think about the number 8, 7 is pretty prolific in the Bible, especially 7 days of creation, which corresponds to us having 7 days in a week. The Sabbath is on the 7th day. But this 8-day celebration, it's so great it goes beyond the structure of 7, beyond a week.
Mm-hmm.
And also, another thing is, you start and you end your celebration with the greatest day of the week, according to the church, which is Sunday. And that is the greatest day of the week.
It's a good day.
Yep, every Sunday we celebrate the resurrection.
Mm-hmm. So, since we've established what octaves are, and that they have had octaves in the past, what is the Easter octave? How does that start?
Yeah, so the Easter octave obviously starts with Easter Sunday, the day of the new season after the season of Lent.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a very, very great feast. It is the feast of the resurrection of the Lord. I mean, without the resurrection, we wouldn't have the Catholic Church.
No.
Just think about that for a moment.
Well,
Christmas is a great time. It's a great feast. But the resurrection is what was really needed.
well, we need to also have the Good Friday, of course.
Yes,
but,
and we need to have Good Friday. Without Good Friday, there can be no Easter Sunday, as our good friend Fulton Sheen says.
yeah. You know, I said that for years. I thought it was me, my own brilliant brain, but I thought I may have heard it from...
Maybe you heard it from Fulton Sheen and you just liked it that much, you adopted it.
I probably did, knowing me. So, what is the end of the 8-day octave? So it would end on another Sunday?
Yes, it ends on the second Sunday of Easter, which our good friend John Paul II named Divine Mercy Sunday.
Yep.
But before that, in more traditional Catholicism, it's called Low Sunday. And that is considered kind of the second greatest Sunday of the liturgical year because it's the Sunday right after the Great Feast. I mean, if you play euchre, maybe you can think of it as the right bower and left bower.
Your Midwest is showing, dear.
Euchre can't just be a Midwest thing.
Mm.
If you play euchre and you don't live in the Midwest, please drop a comment. But then every day of the Easter octave is treated as a great feast, a great solemnity. We got special readings, I think, for Liturgy of the Hours. We use the Gloria at Mass, which, if you've been paying attention, we only use the Gloria on Sundays and feast days or solemnities.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot going on that we don't normally do. And other days, feasts, etc., they are not celebrated during the Easter octave. Like, for example, this year, the Annunciation, which is normally March 24th, We're not celebrating it till I think April 8th.
Yeah, we're waiting a bit.
Yeah, because first there was Holy Week, which can't celebrate the Annunciation during Holy Week, and can't celebrate it during the Octave of Easter because the solemnities take precedence.
Mm-hmm. So we've got a lot going on in Easter Octave.
Yes, and it's a great time to feast and to celebrate. It's not an overwhelming, sorrowful time. It's a very happy time.
So after the Octave Easter, Easter's over, right?
No. We still have another 42 days.
I know, I was just pulling your leg.
I thought you knew more about Catholicism than I did.
I was pulling your leg.
Just
Anyhow.
be quiet and drink your coffee.
So what happens after the Easter Octave?
We continue to celebrate Easter, and we do that until Pentecost, and we have Ascension on the 40th day. It used to be celebrated on Thursday all the time, but I know some dioceses have transferred it to the 7th Sunday of Easter, if my math is correct.
Something like that.
Yes, so go to Mass on Thursday, or maybe your diocese decided to make it Sunday instead. I don't know which diocese you live in.
Or go to both.
Or go to both.
So how can we celebrate this octave?
Yeah, so there's a lot of things you can do. I mean, for one, you've heard of the Divine Mercy Chaplet, which begins Good Friday and ends the second Sunday of Easter. Go ahead and pray the Divine Mercy Chaplet. Get your Easter season started off right, and pray especially for the souls in purgatory. There's actually an older practice that every Thursday of the Easter octave would be dedicated to the souls in purgatory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how would you like to celebrate the Easter octave?
I haven't decided yet.
You haven't decided yet? Well, obviously, the greatest celebration we have is Mass. Go to Mass. You don't just have to go on Sundays. You can go during the week. It's okay. You're allowed.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy singing the Gloria on a weekday. No, you don't want to sing the Gloria on a weekday?
No.
Okay.
I don't want to sing the Gloria most of the time, so. It's
Oh,
one
yeah.
thing I love about Lent. We don't have to sing the Gloria.
We don't have to in Advent either.
I know. It's a good time of year. So, we also, one of the, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on words. One of the precepts, we're supposed to at least receive our Holy Communion during the Easter season, so we have to, so it's required that we, so we should be receiving the Eucharist during that.
Yes. So, now the Easter season, according to the precepts of the Church, is anytime from the first Sunday of Easter through Pentecost. So, anytime in that window, you're covered, you're practicing Catholic, but may as well receive it during the octave. Just make sure you check the box.
Yeah. Check out our previous episodes, Practicing Catholics and Precepts of the Church.
Yes.
So I heard of this one tradition during the octave. There's a Emmaus walk.
Yes, so as we all hear, there's the story of the road to Emmaus, where Jesus meets his apostles after his resurrection. So we can just kind of remember that by going for a walk during the Easter octave, traditionally done on Monday, but do it whenever works in your schedule. Do it Sunday if you feel like it, Monday, Tuesday, Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because fun fact, Friday during the Easter octave is not a fast day. Because all Fridays are typically fast days, not just during Lent, unless it's a great solemnity like the Octave of Easter.
Obviously.
Yes.
What other good practices should we mention?
Well, I know there's the feast of just like eating meat, because a lot of places they would fast from meat, or more in the older church, they'd fast from meat for all of Lent. They'd also might fast from butter and sugar and cheese and eggs, and that's where the tradition of the Easter eggs comes from, because you'd be not eating eggs for 40 days. And also there was a story of Mary Magdalene who was preaching to a non-believer and then asked for a sign of turn the egg red, and the egg turned red, which is why we now paint our eggs.
Yeah. I know our friends in the Byzantine Rite are pretty strict about their Easter fasts.
Yeah.
Oy. Glad I'm not Byzantine.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to fast from cheese. I mean, how do you do it? No meat, no cheese?
You're like questioning life at that point, maybe.
Yeah, as long as I can have my coffee, I guess.
Yeah, so anyway, we hope you enjoyed this episode. There was a lot in there, as we usually try to squeeze a lot in our episodes.
So, again, happy Easter. Hopefully you still have some Easter candy left, because don't just eat it all on Easter Sunday.
Yeah,
And if you already did, then I guess go buy some more, have some to keep around.
Yeah. Don't try to pace yourself. Just pace yourself a little bit. It'll be fun.
Just a little bit.
In the meantime, be bold, be brave, be courageous. Enjoy caffeinated beverages like coffee.
Yes.
God bless.